Good morning, everybody. Okay, I'm banging out these videos because you guys don't even understand. I have 1,089 things to do, and I leave tomorrow for Amsterdam. So, not knowing what Wi-Fi and stuff is going to be like, that's why it's like I'm really trying to get these videos out before I leave. So I'll be gone before we see more videos. I think Wi-Fi might be good and things like that. So we'll see what happens. But let's talk about September's budget. Again, I do Dave Ramsey's zero-based budget. And so what that means is that you're going to look at all your income, each and every dollar of your income, and you're going to give every single dollar an assignment until you're down to zero. We do that at the beginning of the month. We pre-plan and pre-pave how we're going to spend our money. And as the month goes on, we make adjustments because, as we all know, rarely is it that what you plan for, it's rare that that's what actually happens. So we make adjustments throughout the month. If we decide that, instead of $500 in gifts, I gave $600 in gifts, I have to find that extra $100 somewhere in here and do something different down the line. Either that or make more money. And I'm always a big fan for making more money. So we'll see what happens. So far for September, I'm projected to make $10,935, mainly because this month is a 3-paycheck month from my main job. I have different sources of income, and actually some of my income isn't even reported in here. But the way I did it is that what's not reported in here, I have the expenses that match those things that are also reported in here. Nothing big. A lot of it is just, it's a few thousand of dollars, but a lot of it is related business expenses that directly relate to that. So it's not true income, like net profit income. Anyways, that's just the way we're doing it, like that. And so I do plan on doing 500 in gifts. I do want to increase my gift allowance or what I give in gifts. But September's not the month that I'll do that. Maybe I'll start looking at that in the next year, in the new year. HOA, $95. Gas, $100. Electricity is $175. If it's highlighted, that means it's a change from what normally happens. Normally, my electricity bill has been about $200, but this month it came in again at $175. My cell phone, $245. My cell phone covers 4 people. 4 cell phones on my plan that I pay for. $115 for cable. $125 for securities, $120 is my lawn, $10 Netflix, $40 is what I paid for my nails and my eyebrows to be done for this upcoming trip. $250 for a writing class that I took. And I'm going to post some footage of that class later. And that wasn't I did not originally budget to take a $250 writing class. But the reason why I ultimately did it is because it was a rare opportunity. One of my favorite writers was coming to the DC area to teach this class in August. And honestly, it was not in my August budget. So what I did is I explained that to her because I wanted to be true and honest to my budget. I did not want to borrow from another month to pay the month I was currently in. That is not what I do. It's not what I teach because we don't know what the future holds. So I never borrow against things I have not earned yet. And so I explained that to her. And so what she did so that I could be true to my budget, my audience, my channel, my life, is she invoiced me for September so that this could truly come out of my September budget. Also, I got a discount on the class. The reason why I had a discount is because I was actually in a focus group with her or for her while she was developing the class. So I was one of the focus group members, and that afforded me a discount. So that's awesome. The class is a little more expensive than $250. Europe, y'all. Europe is not a budget trip. It really isn't. Europe is pretty expensive. I'm going to be there for 18 days. That $1,150 is my spending money thus far. I have spent more money than that. I can't remember the numbers right now, but as I do the videos, I'll put the numbers in. But of course, I paid for my cruise. I paid for a plane ticket. I end up having to buy another plane ticket because of a mistake. I paid for some excursions already. And this $1,150, I am paying for more excursions and my spending money, the euro that I got. So at this point, I'm not sure what my plan is. I'm going to try to stick with the budgeted money that I allocated for the trip. But at the same time, I'm going to be visiting like 10 different places. And I would want to have all the fun. You'll see how I handled that. I've done a lot of research up front. And like I said, I try to buy stuff up front. But I think the main important thing to know is I am not spending like all of this money I have in my income. I'm not paying for things on credit cards that I can't pay off. So everything is here. Like everything that I'm spending, you know, it'll be coming out of cash money that I actually have. I do live a credit card lifestyle. I've explained that in earlier videos. So all that means is that I spend as much as possible on my credit card so that I can acquire travel points. And then I pay off immediately with the cash that's in my bank account. All right. And so November, I have an Asia trip coming up in November. So this month, I'm putting aside $560 towards spending for that trip. I may put aside more money in the future for that trip because, again, the trip is already paid for. A lot of things are already included, like all of my travel, all of the some of the meals, the hotels, all of that stuff. But spending money so far. So I'm putting aside $560 this month for November. Insurances $250, business $160. Over here, checking, the cushion that I'm keeping in my checking account is $150, and I am sending $5,475 to my mortgage. I pay more than my mortgage. My mortgage is $3,100 a month, so I send extra because I am working to pay my mortgage off ahead of time. Savings, I'll be sending $1,090 to savings. I've already reached my 6-month saving goal, meaning that I saved enough money that I can live for 6 months. I can pay all of my bills for 6 months if I did not have any other income coming in. So that's my emergency fund. That's my cushion. That's my when things happen fund. My strategy for my savings account, again, is just for me to save as much as possible so that I can take advantage of opportunities when they pop up and not be like, oh man, I don't have the money for it. So that's the deal with that. $325 is the rest. With that $325, that should take care of gas for my car, groceries, and other entertainment like restaurants and things like that. $325 is a little less this month only because I'm going to be in Europe for like over half the month. So that is my plan for September. If you are so inclined, please share. What is your September plan?